I am sure you have heard these two stories that I am going to tell you, because they have been told in all different languages for years and years and years. Once upon a time, this little village was suffering from a drought. There was no water. It wasn't just them who were suffering, it was their crops too. And they were going to be hungry. It wasn't just that they were going to be thirsty. So the people of the town get together and the elder sit down and start talking about what do we do. The decision was someone has to go to the holy mountain, holy hill that was right outside their village and pray for the rain. So they start talking about that with each other to decide who's qualified for such prayer. So a little girl gets on her bench and says, "I'll go." And the old man who was basically in charge of this meeting says, "Honey, does your mother know you're here?" And she says, "I don't know." Says, "Run along. You just go." And she just gets up and leaves. And they continue and talking about who's qualified for this. Finally, they come to the decision that they have to bring the whole town to make sure it's effective, actually, and everybody go towards the hill for prayers. Get on the top of it and pray and pray and pray until the rain comes. As they are going, about 2 hours had passed by then. So as they're going towards the hill, the world becomes wet. That means rain starts pouring. And it wasn't just pouring, it was flooding. It was an incredible sight. They couldn't see each other from the force of the rain. And from this, and they didn't know which direction to go, and they're trying to turn around. Everybody is happy though for the rain and everything, as they are trying to decide which direction they should run, actually towards their homes or celebrate outside. They notice there's a spot coming from the hill, and as the spot gets closer and closer and closer, they see it's the little girl. She's coming, and all of them are all wet. You know what? She was the only one who had an umbrella. My next story is in another village. Once upon a time, a family lived, a husband and a wife with a little child. They were very good people. The man was a very hard-working man and very kind to their neighbors and wayfarers. It was late at night, after dark actually, when someone knocked on their door. So the man goes to the door, and it's a holy man, basically, standing at their door, and says, "I was passing through and it became dark. I was wondering if I could seek shelter with you tonight." And the man says, "Of course, of course." And his wife says, "Oh, I'll just add some water to the soup." "No worries, come on in, come on in. Make yourself comfortable." And the holy man walks in, takes his shoes off, and just sits in a corner. And the husband and wife, the husband talks with him. The little child basically plays around him, and he's very kind, and the little child loves him. They sit at the table. The conversation comes to beliefs and how things can happen in life. The man said, whatever you ask for happens, the holy man. The husband says, he didn't want to be rude, but he said, I really don't agree with that. And he says, why not? Just make a wish, whatever it is, and it'll happen. And his wife goes like that, make a wish. And he says, okay, I'll make a wish. How about this little mountain that is behind my window go away by morning? And the holy man says, well, it will. That's your wish, right? Yes, he says, okay, you made your wish. So they had their late tea, and basically they say good night and go to bed. As it is the custom, they wake up very early in the morning, almost before the sunrise, and they prepare the breakfast, and the breakfast is on the table. As they're sitting, the man says, the husband says, how about the mountain? The holy man says, well, check. So the man goes to the window, pulls the curtain to the side, and says, I knew it, it's still here. And the holy man said, and you own it. So what happened here? It seems to me that heaven requires a little bit of certainty when you want something, when you wish something or pray for something. What do you think? Here's to here, and here's to now.